Welcome everybody to the first 5 in 10. We have heard you loud and clear, and we know that you want to hear from Oleg directly. This is our opportunity to have, quick fire questions and answers with Oleg. As mentioned, 5 in 10. What does that exactly mean? So 5 questions covered in 10 minutes, 2 minutes per question. And this means that we'll be able to have a lot of quick sessions. You guys have lots of questions, and this is exciting to me to be able to pass this through to Oleg, get the answers we want, and get them out in some awesome videos for you guys. Oleg, how do you feel about this new format? Are you excited to connect with the community, get all these questions rolling, and provide some exciting news?
Absolutely, Ashton. Thanks a lot for suggesting this format. As you know, I've been spending a lot of time before in conferences and on these calls, and it was eating into the building time and building business time. So yeah, really, really excited. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Let's get straight into it. Kicking us off, Oleg. As I said, guys, these are direct from you. Why were you so quiet since the last token holder briefing?
Yeah, guys, apologies for silence. Several of you pinged me also on Telegram and Twitter X, and Ashton suggested this format, and I jumped on it because we need to balance things. But fundamentally, as a very small team, we have to periodically go into hardcore building mode, and that's exactly what happened. I used to go to a lot of conferences, spend a lot of time in token holder briefings and on calls. And I realized that if I do that, I'm not focusing 100% on building business. I am bloke's bloke and I can't multitask. So if I build, I build. If I talk. So, we're now with this new format, we'll try to keep me on straight and narrow building while making sure that information gets to you in no time and in piecemeal fashion. So I'm still not going to conferences, but you're definitely not going to get nothing from us for upcoming weeks and months. Strategy hasn't changed, scale and profitability. And that just to wrap up on this, rumors of our death are greatly exaggerated, paraphrasing Mark Twain. So we're here, we're building, and it's really, really exciting times.
Awesome. Yeah, time for that balance. It's great to see you, back to building and focusing on the product. And I believe that's going to be the focus of the questions coming up as well. Of course, people are very excited to see what we have coming next. So, jumping straight into it, what are you currently building inside the app?
In the last token holder briefing, we were talking about upcoming premium subscription, which I'm happy to report is live and is available to 100% of you. It's extremely important to know that this is built on your feedback. And many of you we've spoken to, we interviewed, we collected feedback, and we structured the whole thing based on what you were asking for. You can earn 2x or even more than 2x more on a premium subscription, and you can save time and money. Time because there will be no ads for those on premium subscription, and money because all the near transactions are going to be taken care of and you will have them for free, allowing you to do anything and everything without having to keep an eye on those gas fees. So that's the first thing, and this is live. Second, we've been testing, and some of you have already experienced the referral flow or friend invite. And I'm happy to report that we are rolling out V2 of this after a lot of optimizations. And this should be live right now. If you go into your profile, you should be able to see a link, invite a friend. And I'm happy to say that we now have very fair, very good way of rewarding you and those that you invite. You split a new jar booster and you get 5 sweat and 5 APY for 5 days. And those that you invite will get exactly the same reward. So it's symmetric, it's clear, it's transparent, and we believe it is extremely fair. Another thing that we rolled out are grow jars and boosters. Very, very exciting feature. We see a lot of people using it. If you haven't, go and check it out, Grow tab. And the strategy has not changed, as I mentioned. It's all about profitability and scale. And all of these features that we rolled out or rolling out right now are focused on that.
Awesome. Bringing it just in time as well. And I have one more item I wanted to mention. I know users have been pretty excited about Mia. It's been a really strong use case in the
Of
app as
course.
well. And I know there's just been sort of upgraded, new brain, more information,
Oh, yeah.
better for everyone. So
Capabilities. It now can do support. It now knows more about you and can really give you super personalized recommendations. Go check it out. The last tab is activated for everybody. It's a good guide on how to earn more sweat, how to use Sweat Wallet, and how to grow your crypto portfolio. Absolutely spot on, Ashton.
awesome. Moving on here. Will sweat expand beyond walking? This is a question that I love.
Long term, yes. At the moment, we need to balance really carefully our ambition of profitability and scale versus going beyond walking. And the reason for this is if you start doing things like heart rate tracking, which would be really, really interesting, and we've already looked at it, and spent some time on it. The issue is that there are no mass market heart rate trackers that we can trust. If we go for trusted ones, then kind of very, very few people around the world have them. And if we go for just normal wristbands that millions and millions or tens of millions of people have, then those are so unsecure that it's impossible to trust that data, and therefore that would be a security risk to kind of our business and to the value of Sweat. Long term, yes. Short term, we need to focus on profitability and scale and get to those buybacks.
Awesome. The next one coming up, I have seen this question so much in the community, and I know that users want to hear a little bit from you to clarify what's going on. So, what is the relationship between Sweatcoin and Sweat?
Look, I am the original co-founder of Sweatcoin. I started that business in 2014 with a vision to create a cryptocurrency. We couldn't because there was no blockchain fast enough and robust enough to build on and to launch token on. That happened in 22, and now my focus is 100% on Sweat and Sweat Wallet. Sweatcoin is a partner, but very separate business. Sweatcoin specializes on tracking and verifying your steps. This information then is shared with Sweat Foundation or Sweat Wallet, and on the basis of it, you earn your sweat. So they are separate, but they are joined at the hip. One is step tracker that verifies and confirms information. Another one is fully fledged non-custodial wallet where you earn and manage and use your sweat.
Awesome. We are flying through these questions. Some of them are hitting the 2 minute mark, some of them are under, but I think that works perfectly for us because it gives us the opportunity to kind of expand upon those that we love the most, especially when it comes to, of course, the product and what we're building. Coming up next, and this is one that hits close to my heart, being so involved in the community. How do
Yeah.
you see community governance evolving inside of Sweat?
Look, we've promised at the very beginning, and we stuck with it, that no decision related to tokenomics is taken without you voting. And the evidence of this is clear. We run a vote around changing our minting window in order to launch Sweat Max. We've done this vote December last year, and on the basis of that vote, we then went and hunkered down and focused on delivering this Sweat Max that I'm really happy to tell you now allows you, if you subscribe to Sweat Max, to earn not between 3,000 and 10,000 steps as you have on free. On Sweat Max, you earn from 0 to 20. And if you also subscribe to Sweatcoin, which many of you do, then you go from 0 to 30,000. So you can actually earn more than double from steps as a result of subscribing to Sweat Max. So no decision was, is, or will be taken around tokenomics without you participating and you casting your vote. We'll stick with it for forever.
That's awesome. Yeah, and especially when it comes to, the massive votes around token earning more for users as well. I mean, being able to earn from 0 to 30,000 steps, that's a lot of walking. I don't see myself hitting that every day, perhaps, but there are definitely super steppers in the community who can and do take advantage of that already.
But don't forget about the 0 to 3,000, because we know that people are not walking, or our users are not walking 20,000 steps every day. If you walk a lot, then there will be some days when you will hunker down like I do, where you work, work, work. On those days, if you have Sweat Max, you will still be able to earn, even if you don't hit 3,000 steps. So this, together with extending the upper limit, is the real kind of ask that you have put to us, and that took quite a bit of time to make it work. But I'm really happy to report that this is the way Sweat Max works right now.
Absolutely rewarding for every step taken in your day, which is brilliant. Now, I know we originally said 5 questions, but it's our first time doing this. We got pretty damn excited, and we wanted to just make sure that we answer as much as we could in our sort of time. So, we have got a bonus question here for you, Oleg. And the bonus is, how do you see us achieving the vision of reaching 1 billion users?
Right. You guys are not, kind of looking in small things. The ambition hasn't changed. The reality of crypto market in the last few months has been really, really quite dire. But let me reiterate that strategy that we've outlined, the profitability and scale will get us there. Why? Scale. We do know how to attract new users. Our proposition is fantastic. You literally can walk into crypto, and tens of thousands of you join every day. And this number can go up with that referral flow that I've just mentioned, because now both inviter and invitee are getting rewarded, and we're seeing some first results of that, and they're really, really good. And the second one is profitability, because we do know with buybacks, it does have confidence boosting impact on the market, and more people will pay attention to Sweat, and more people will look at it as a very attractive asset. And that means that the value of your movement is going to be higher. And the higher the value of your movement, the more motivating and the more interesting it is going to be joining us. So two things: focusing on scale and bringing in more users, and getting to profitability and buybacks to stabilize and kind of drive the value of your physical activity. Combination of these two is definitely going to drive us to become one of the largest crypto projects out there. 1 billion users is not tomorrow, is not in 3 months, but I'm absolutely convinced that it is achievable. And you are absolutely instrumental in helping us to get there. The bigger we are, the more profit we generate, the more buybacks we can ultimately put onto the market. And these burns and buybacks are definitely working. If you remember, we launched with 21 billion Sweat. 4 years later, we have less than 20 billion Sweat total circulation, not what's currently on the market, but total, which means that we burn more than is minted. And the bigger we become, the bigger the burns and bigger the positive improvement in tokenomics is going to be. Now, last thing, guys, keep those questions coming. We'll make this into a weekly occurrence. So top 5, maybe 6 questions will be answered. So, keep them coming, keep us engaged. Look forward to it.
Absolutely. Guys, as you can see on the screen right now, as I mentioned right at the start, there's a QR code. Please feel free to scan this. You'll be taken to a form. You can put in any of your questions there. You can submit as many as you want. The link will also be in the description below, as well as with any announcements on Discord, Telegram, Twitter, and so on. So feel free to send us your questions. We'd love to answer as many as we can. Keep them coming. Thank you, Oleg, for joining us. It's been brilliant to have these answers from you, and kudos for sticking to the 2-minute timers. It's been great, snappy answers, and I think we've got across all the information that people are asking for today.
Fantastic. Ashton, thanks a lot for organizing and for being the representative of the community and demanding from me to, re-engage again. Appreciate it. And apologies again for being silent for a while. See you all soon.